uh, the purple profile.
Oh my goodness.
You know, there's one thing that I've noticed when it comes to that purple profile thing. It's like,
Yeah. Like now we give you 20 pull-up per hour. No, just be here for 20 pull-up an hour.
so today, your main man, the shenanigan shogun, is not around. So it's just gonna be the two of us. You've got your, I forget what he calls you. He calls you what, crazy rabbit?
I
Or
am
does he
the-
call you the booby lover?
I am the TT Tyrant, and this
TT
is your
Tyrant.
Legum Loving Lord, and we are still the We Are in Professionals podcast.
See, this is how you know that he was a fan before he even started recording with us.
Yeah.
Biggest fan. So today we got many topics, but we're gonna be political with this one. We're gonna go into a lot of political stuff. For example, we're gonna start off talking about the purple profile.
Oh my goodness.
You know, there's one thing that I've noticed when it comes to that purple profile thing. It's like
Yeah.
most people who are supporting that don't understand what it was there for.
True.
Right? Because you've got man haters under it, and then you've got women who are just like trying to hate men. And then there are guys out there who believe that it's for GBV, but it's only for like supporting only the women's side of things. It was supposed to be for both men, women, and children. I don't know why I said both.
Yeah. But then now it became a topic of purple versus green.
Bro, I think it's because like men felt rejected from that. So they're like, ain't no way.
Yeah, because here's what we do know from the whole purple profile in issue or whatever it is that it mostly talked about being the whole situation with South Africa and its history of a lot of violence being aimed towards women.
And children.
They say it's a way to stop gender-based violence, but it's mostly one-sided. We know this.
I think that the problem with the whole purple profile, women for change kind of thing is awareness doesn't solve anything. I think that's the main issue that I have with it. Yes, you're talking about awareness, but we've been aware about rape, we've been aware about killing, we've been aware about all these things, but people are still doing those kinds of things to the point where it's like when there's a legislation that was passed, I think in like Ireland or something like that, where they literally were like, we're going to define the word femicide, and if you are caught doing femicide, you're going to go to prison. And I'm there like,
Femicide.
femicide means that you're murdering someone, and murder already you go to prison. So it's
Murdering someone who just so happens to be a feminine.
a woman. You have to be a woman.
Oh, the murder of women.
Yes, that's femicide.
Well, you don't need to.
See, the problem is the fact that you made legislation where you defined what femicide is, and then you're putting people in jail as if they were not already murdering people, because women are people. So it's like, it's a pointless thing that they passed. I think that it's a band-aid fix on what the real issue is. You have to find out why does it seem to be that there's a trend where it's like if you're romantically involved as a woman with a man, you're likely to get killed. Why is that a fact? Why are people thinking of killing as a possible solution for disagreements in lovers' quarrels?
It's because it has been shown that people have been killed in lovers' quarrels. It has been highly mentioned.
You're talking about the result. We're talking about like what's the cause.
Yeah.
We need to solve what the cause is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where did this nonsense come from? Who is the problem? Who is the problem?
Yeah, but then if you start saying who the problem is, I know we are hating.
Well, I think that's a simplistic way to look at it, because it's like I don't think it's always about the woman. I think sometimes a woman is wrong in that, and killing is not right, but sometimes you push a person to end up murdering someone. The same way that there are men out there who push someone up until they got murdered, right?
You mean like the story in Botswana?
Which one?
There was one where this guy was with this woman that he got out of jail for whatever reason, but they were in whatever type of relationship and they stayed together. Man sold part of his land, plot, animals, and whatever to get her out. And then she then started making a report against him for assaulting or doing like essaying his daughter But then the daughter came out to say that no, that did not happen. And then because of this whole situation and the information of allegedly he SA'd the daughter, it went to his church. The church abandoned him, excommunicated him, and then on top of that, she decides to break up with him while at the same time putting a restraint order against him. So man lost his community. He has sold all of his money and did everything for this person that he cared about that didn't care for him that much.
She was
and
vindictive.
And it drove him to the point of actually hunting her down in UB and killing her as soon as he found her.
Okay, so she was vindictive, and then he became vengeful.
Yeah, killing is wrong, we understood that, but there were reasons as to why it led to that.
So it's like, I still think that there's like a fundamental issue that brings people to murder other people.
True.
It's not just a one-way street where it's like, oh, I'm going to murder you because you cheated on me. I think there's like, okay, some people were like that. But I think mental health issues are definitely like a supreme cause. By the way, I wanted to talk about the church thing that you mentioned, because you mentioned church being judgmental, and I've realized this. Whether, I don't know about other faiths, but I'll say when it comes to Christianity is full of hypocrites.
Yes.
It's full of hypocrites. Majority of the Christian people that I've seen out there, right? You guys are the most judgmental people out there, because you will judge someone and excommunicate them, you will cut them out of your circles and everything. While Jesus in the Bible, in good faith, would sit down with sinners and try and make them change. He was not only just nice with them, he would sit and be friendly with them. Right?
Yeah, but instead you'd sit down and point the finger at the sinner and tell them, hey, you're going to hell.
Bro, it's like, if you asked yourself what would Jesus do, you'd be like, I'm not Jesus. That's you.
Exactly.
That's your response to it.
But yet the
problem.
church's whole lesson is for you to be like him.
You're supposed to be a Christian, which comes from the word Christ, which Jesus is sending. Was this his surname?
Apparently Jesus is not his real name, according to some.
Yeah, no, it's Yahweh, apparently.
Yahweh something, I don't know, or just Yahweh. You see,
Amen. I still think that there's a lot of things that were taken from other religions of the time that were adopted into Christianity. The pagan things that came from that were put into Christianity, and then I don't know. When it comes to Christianity is one of those things where it's like, trying to disprove it will have a Christian come and do horrendous things to try and prove you wrong.
there are two things about Christianity that just popped up in my head right now. The first one being is that we have so many different versions of the Bible, so many different branches of Christians, whether it's the Boer version, whether it's the Roman Catholic and such, all teaching different things from different Bible books.
For example,
if we are all Christians and we're all supposed to be doing the one thing, why are we so separated, even as quote-unquote Christians?
Ask yourself, why do Apocrypha exist? That's the first question. Why do Apocrypha exist? And then after that, ask yourself, are pseudepigraphal books actually pseudepigraphal? If you don't know anything of this, go and Google it. That's why we have Gemini and whatnot. Go and Google it.
Star
Go and Google it.
Gemini.
Can you date a girl with no eyebrows?
Yes.
I know this was such a random tangent. But looking through my notes, I thought to myself, I've got to talk about this one.
Listen, nowadays people are doing the weirdest things out of self-expression.
No, I don't mean ladies who cut off the eyebrows and then put new ones on. I'm talking about women who are born without eyebrows. You look at them, it looks like peach fuzz.
Yeah, that's fine. That's still a thing, because there's a difference between it's a choice and the fact of you were just born that way. You can't help it. It's part of your genetics.
I'm so there are certain genetic defects or physical features that if you have them, I'm not attracted to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so like let's say a girl that was born without legs. She has arms, she has a waistline, she has everything, but no feet. You wouldn't date her.
That's preference, by the way. That's a preference thing. I actually like girls with body parts that work.
Okay, and what about the ones that don't have them? Like let's say she's
she
on a
does-
wheelchair 24/7, you won't date her.
I think it's way more difficult to date a chick working legs.
Okay, what
Because-
about if she has missing ears? Like she has everything except
What is
no
she, a
ears.
snake?
No. She has arms, legs, everything, just no ears. Just like
I
you
can't-
see
no.
holes here. That is like she can hear you. The thing is that she doesn't have bees.
I'm not dating a girl with no ears. I'm sorry. I'm not dating a snake.
Okay. No, but she's not a snake. She has arms and legs.
Do snakes have ears? No.
But they
Thank
don't
you.
have arms. They don't have legs.
Well, that's in the past now because in the beginning they
But
used
if
to
you
have-
having no ears become like, hey, you're a snake.
Nah, but honestly speaking, dog, there are certain body features that, for me, at the very least, they are base minimum. If you have works and they don't work like they used to, sure, no problem. I can make an exception, right?
When your legs don't work
Like
like
they
they
used
used to before.
I was going for that. The point is, when certain things where it's like you were born normal and then it kind of devolved into some fuck shit, it's like cool, right? Cool. But if you're born without certain things, for me, it's like if you don't have your 10th toe, I'm just not gonna be able to date you. So
10th toe.
yeah, because like man, if you lost your toe, if you lost one of your toe, sure. But if you're born without it, I'm sorry.
But your toe doesn't define you.
The toe doesn't define you. I do. The fuck do you mean? The fuck do you mean?
Yo.
Duma.
Yes.
Duma. Do you think that there should be an upper age limit for people going to the club?
Upper age limit.
Like above a certain age, you are not allowed to enter the club.
It won't bring you enough.
Money, yeah?
It won't.
It won't give you money.
Because
yeah.
what we can do for clubs is what we're doing right now. If you're of the legal age, you're allowed to go.
True,
If
but I
you-
feel like here's the worst thing that happens.
What's that?
It's you as a gent. You are going into the club. You are thinking, I'm gonna meet up with a few baddies, get a few drinks, nyana. Maybe I get a number, nyana. I said number. It ends at number. Please, we don't condone doing anything after that. Just get the number.
GBV.
Communicate.
Heavy,
things,
heavy.
You know, we don't want heavy punting in the bedrooms. Eh? No,
Mm.
we're not saying that you should do that. But with that being said, like imagine you go to the club and then your competition is a 60-year-old. Your competition, you are sitting next to this guy, he's drinking cognac. When you can only afford 2 shots of Gordon's. This one is brought out a whole bottle. XO.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Why? No, I don't want to drink next to a 60-year-old. I don't want to drink next to a 50-year-old.
No, imagine this, right? Imagine like the guy who's a 60-year-old. He's there with the cognac and blah blah blah. Your girl sees him, and then you're like, no, he has the money. She wants to go be with him. But then she leaves you for the old madam. Like, you guys now want to dance. He needs help getting up.
Okay.
Immediately, how fast she will
But
leave.
like, what do you do if you're the boyfriend of a girl who goes to a rich nigga and then that rich nigga dies on her in the club?
That's not her. That's not your problem.
But
That's not your problem. She chose him. She left you for him. Choices are being made. These are the consequences of the actions. She'll be then the one to be put the blame for, he's dead because of you. You're like, hey, she's with him. She left me.
does that constitute as murder though?
It depends. It depends. We don't know.
I think of it as murder.
Murder by association.
No, not murder by association. Because like imagine it was a heart attack. Right? She caused the heart attack to happen.
Yeah,
Because
she wanted to
she
dance.
elevated his heart rate by putting the nyash on his appendage.
You know?
You know. Now, unfortunately, the old man couldn't handle it,
You know?
and for to some degree, she should have expected that.
Death by Nyash.
So, isn't that murder still?
Yeah, that's murder.
You murdered a man.
Yeah, because remember that those guys
That's
that says,
murder.
hey, I want you to put your thighs like around my head, squeeze and don't let go. That's murder too. That's suicide.
I volunteer as tribute.
Of course we do.
I think we're gonna end it there for today. We're gonna end it on a high note, talking about tributes. We'll join you on the next episode.
And as tribute, you can click the like and subscribe button. But until then,
Share
these
it
are the
Share it with your mom.
WAPP.
Share it with your mom. We know.
Exist.
We love your mom.